Donald Trump once claimed to be a man who is not easily surprised. But when he heard about Vladimir Putin's security system, he went silent. Because what you're about to see is unlike anything else on this planet. Check out 8 mind-blowing facts about the world's most powerful protection system, and the last one will leave you speechless. Inside Putin's $200 billion fortress, the most paranoid man on Earth. Imagine a man so ensconced in secrecy, his shadow is monitored by snipers. A man whose every step is choreographed like a military ballet, deliberate and unseen. This is not a political thriller. This is Russia. This is Putin's life. Where most world leaders showcase their might through speeches or diplomacy, Putin orchestrates silence. His motorcade? Identical armored Aura Senats weighing nearly 7 tons each, outfitted to survive sniper fire, chemical attacks, and even nuclear fallout. Inside, encrypted comms, oxygen systems, and backup blood of his own type. That's not luxury, that's a rolling bunker. Now zoom out. Entire cities locked down in anticipation of his movement. GPS signals vanish. Rooftop snipers take position. Civilian airspace is sealed. Fighter jets shadow him from above while radiation-proof tunnels snake beneath Moscow, connecting to undisclosed bunkers deep outside the city. No journalist has seen them. No map dares reveal them. And still, the most chilling element of his security isn't physical. It's psychological. Staff are kept guessing. Office layouts change overnight. Meeting times shift at random. The result? A culture where unpredictability is strategy and fear is the leash. The FSO, Russia's Federal Protective Service, doesn't report to Parliament. It reports to him. With over 50,000 agents, it's not just a security force, it's a private military intelligence network with a blank check and zero transparency. Its budget? Classified. Its loyalty? Singular. When Putin travels abroad, his paranoia travels too. Entire hotel rooms are replaced, linens, cutlery, even plumbing fixtures, all swapped to prevent foreign agencies from collecting DNA traces. On one trip, a fountain was drained out of fear it might conceal a weapon. Think that's excessive? Consider this. Forbes estimates his hidden wealth may approach $200 billion, making him potentially the richest man alive, if the rumors hold weight. But this isn't about money. This is about absolute control. About building a kingdom made not of walls, but of whispers. In Putin's Russia, the closer you get, the more dangerous it becomes. Because unlike other rulers, Putin's proximity doesn't bring power, it brings peril. Comment Putin if you like him. But Russia isn't the only place where power hides underground. In Iran, secrecy isn't just strategic, it's sacred. And one man stands at the heart of it all, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Inside Khamenei's $15 billion ghost fortress, Iran's hidden war shield. In the realm of the unseen, where political ambition meets spiritual dominion, one figure reigns in near total secrecy. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. His presence isn't announced, it's concealed. His power isn't public, it's spiritual. And his protection? It's a silent fortress, built on decades of revolutionary fervor and relentless paranoia. In late 2024, as regional tensions flared, Reuters quietly confirmed Khamenei was whisked to a secure, undisclosed location, protected by elite Revolutionary Guard forces, just days after Iran's proxy Hezbollah chief was targeted in Beirut. More recently, India Today reported that this protection is orchestrated by the clandestine Vali-e-Amar unit, a secret REGC formation rarely acknowledged, even by senior officers. A motorcade that's never the same twice, decoy sedans, electronic jamming vans, mobile command centers, and rapid response medical teams, disguised behind the guise of ordinary civilian vehicles. In Tehran, rooftops are pre-swept by snipers, power is rerouted to prevent sabotage, drones vigilantly patrol, biometric scanners scrutinize faces in the crowd. Every window is a threat, every silence a warning. Beneath the streets lie shielded tunnels and emergency bunkers, dormant legacies of post-1979 fear, ready to whisk the Ayatollah away at a moment's notice. In mid-June 2025, state media reported Khamenei and his family arrived at a Lavazan bunker just hours after Israeli strikes began. Observers suggest even his communications have gone analog. Trusted aides relay his directives on behalf of his voice. This silent military spiritual axis is overseen by the RGC's Valley EAMR, estimated to comprise up to 12,000 elite soldiers devoted exclusively to his protection. Originally forged in the fires of revolution, this force is now the axis of Iran's supreme power, blending urban warfare, counterintelligence, and unwavering loyalty. Even his public sermons are screened. Broadcasts pass through encrypted military satellites and layers of internal vetting, not just to avoid assassination threats, but to suppress any trace of dissent. Those who overstep, even in small ways, are quietly vanished or sent into exile. What price does a regime pay for this silence? Reuters reported that amid Israeli-American strikes in June 2025, succession plans were quietly activated. Khamenei, age 86, has overseen a covert committee to name successors, embedding his influence even from beneath the earth. This is not protection. This is war. In the shadows of Tehran, a spiritual military chessboard unfolds, his unseen fortress of over $15 billion in hidden infrastructure. The world hears whispers but sees little. Because in Iran, control is divine, power is silent, and proximity is peril. Comment Khamenei if you like him. Yet across the world, a very different fortress is rising. In the United States, Donald Trump's security machine has become a campaign weapon of its own. Inside Trump's $65 million fortress, how the Secret Service became a political powerhouse. In modern America, no former president moves under a veil as thick and as charged as Donald Trump. His security isn't just about safety, it's a spectacle of influence. Anchored by the U.S. Secret Service, his protection has evolved into a sprawling militarized apparatus, anti-terror units, rapid response CAT teams, drone countermeasures, and even occasional military support. Following the near-fatal shooting at a Pennsylvania rally on July 13, 2024, Congress passed the Presidential Security Enhancement Act. That same year, protective expenses for Trump soared past $65 million, more than doubling the usual annual cost for ex-presidential security. Much of that outlay funded advanced military-grade equipment, retraining personnel, and expansive protections for his 2025 campaign. When Trump travels, cities morph overnight into soft curfew zones. Roads are blocked, drone signals jammed, skyscrapers snapped up by sniper teams. His motorcade centers on the Beast, a $1.5 million, 9-ton armored Cadillac boasting 20 cm steel plating, triple-layer bulletproof glass, independent oxygen supply, onboard blood reserves matching his group, and defenses against chemical attack. Surrounding SUVs handle electronic jamming, carry heavy armaments, and include radar systems, all shuffled so that even top aides can't tell which vehicle he occupies. In the sky, Trump's security is an aviation theater. His fleet includes diverted ghost flights branded Trump Force One, designed to confuse adversaries. His refitted Boeing 757 command jet, valued near $100 million, serves as a flying war bunker, equipped with encrypted communications, conference suites, private quarters, and stealth missile jamming arrays. Surrounding airspace is locked, defense radars activated, and military-controlled comms set up mid-air, adding millions in expenditures per trip. On the ground, properties like Trump Tower valued at roughly $400 million, Mar-a-Lago around $350 million have been transformed into private fortresses, mini-bunkers, motion sensors, AI surveillance, and dedicated security teams are on constant watch. During events, every entree he eats is prepared by vetted chefs, screened for toxins and test sampled, while biometric sensors monitor slight fluctuations in vitals. A minor anomaly, like a fraction of a % heart rate spike, can trigger lockdown protocols costing hundreds of thousands, implemented in minutes. Yet, like Putin, Trump's most formidable shield isn't hardware, it's uncertainty. Last-minute schedule changes, secretive travel plans, and ever-shifting routes keep even insiders off balance. Security experts term it a blind corridor, an opaque web costing tens of millions annually, engineered not just to protect his life but to control who can reach him and when. In Trump's realm, getting close doesn't equal gaining trust, it may just be a test of survival. The protective fortress he's erected, worth hundreds of millions in value and resources, isn't merely about security. It's a psychological stronghold, signaling that power isn't accessible unless you can endure the unpredictable shadow he commands. But Trump's fortress pales in scale compared to what unfolds in the oil-rich sands of Saudi Arabia. There, protection fuses with opulence, and no one embodies this power quite like Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Inside MBS's $500 million fortress, the AI-powered kingdom, Mohammed bin Salman doesn't just protect himself, he constructs entire cities around his presence. In Saudi Arabia, luxury and surveillance merge into something far darker, a meticulously engineered architecture of fear. When MBS travels, roads vanish before his motorcade arrives, rooftop snipers take position, surveillance drones orbit above, and airspace is sealed. Even foreign airports tremble under partial lockdowns when he lands, and these measures aren't ad hoc. They are part of a fortress valued at over $500 million. At the core stands the elite Royal Guard, Western-trained, handpicked for fealty. These aren't pageantry, they are warriors outfitted with custom rifles, encrypted comms, facial recognition glasses, and psychological response training. Their eyes scan for micro-expressions, hesitation, fear, doubt, while underground command centers stand ready to initiate lockdowns in seconds. His convoy reads like a Black Ops script, armored SUVs costing over $1 million each, equipped with 360-deg bulletproof plating, electronic jammers, and even self-destruct features. Above, support helicopters shadow the procession. Abroad, private jets bristling with military-grade jammers accompany him, cloaking his path. But the real revelation lies in his palace defenses. Security walls rise on pressure-sensitive foundations. Beneath them lie motion sensors, buried sonar arrays, and thermal scan fields. Every guest, every staffer, passes through biometric checkpoints monitoring voice prints, heartbeat patterns, and movement. Bahrain's Saudi biometrics market, now worth $394 million in 2024, reveals the kingdom's aggressive investment in these systems. Hidden AI cameras inside the palace compound now monitor every facial twitch, frowns, squints, micro-movements, triggering alerts. Even his inner circle faces daily scrutiny. Any unexplained message or slight of doubt can lead to disappearance, not suspension, not exile, but total erasure. The International Security Program at ISP notes that Vision 2030 security overlay aims to de-risk the realm through spatial and technological control. What began as modernization has morphed into omnipresence, AI-enhanced eyes that never blink, guards who never hesitate, and a kingdom where privacy is obsolete and fear is the currency of control. This isn't protection, it's domination. Still, when it comes to absolute isolation, even MBS must take notes from North Korea, where Kim Jong-un has turned paranoia into a national art form. Inside Kim Jong-un's $2 million fortress, North Korea's mobile death shield, there is no leader more impenetrable than Kim Jong-un. North Korea is already a hermetically sealed fortress, and his personal security elevates isolation into ritual, rehearsal, and weaponization. Every public appearance becomes a choreographed spectacle designed to say one thing: he cannot be touched. At the heart of this dystopian showpiece is a black armored Mercedes Maybach, likely a Pullman Guard valued upwards of $1.6 million, with bulletproof V12 power and defenses against mines, sniper fire, and chemical agents. Beside it, a phalanx of hand-picked bodyguards, elite soldiers trained to shield the supreme leader with their own bodies. They close within seconds at any perceived threat, armed with concealed weapons, encrypted radios, and biometric earpieces designed to detect recognized threats on the spot. But that visible layer is merely the tip of Kim's security iceberg. Behind the scenes, the ultra-secret main office of adjutants orchestrates decoy convoys, misdirection routes, drone jamming, and road closures hours in advance, so no one knows his true path until it's over. When Kim flies abroad, the ritual intensifies. He refuses modern jets, relying instead on a Soviet-era Ilyushin Il-62, outfitted with advanced jamming gear and anti-missile systems, often accompanied by an identical decoy aircraft. In 2018 Singapore summit with Trump, he brought his own food, toilets, and even a portable armored elevator, fearful even of his toilet being used to glean biometric data. Inside Kim's inner sanctum, fewer than 20 individuals are trusted, each vetted for years, their families under surveillance, loyalties ruthlessly tested. A flicker of doubt triggers vanishing. Purges are neither rumor nor rare, they are the system. Generals and advisors disappear overnight, their absence a stark reminder that survival depends on unwavering obedience. Kim Jong-un has weaponized security into a physical and psychological fortress worth well over $2 million, from armored Maybachs to decoy jets and human shields. No intelligence agency knows where he sleeps, and every appearance is precisely controlled. The world glimpses him only when he permits it. But while some leaders rule from behind armored walls, one man leads from the front lines, Volodymyr Zelensky. In Ukraine, the battlefield is the fortress. Inside Zalinskis Security War, the shield behind Ukraine's frontline president. Volodymyr Zelensky doesn't stroll through danger, he resides inside it. Since Russia's full-scale invasion, he has become both beacon and bombshell, a walking target under relentless threat. His image of defiance comes at a chilling price, a life encased in paranoia, steel, and shadows. At the war's outset, Zelensky famously refused to flee Kiev, forcing Ukraine's security forces to rethink protection entirely. The response: an exponential expansion of his detail. Snipers, intelligence units, NATO advisors, US military intelligence, and even British SAS operatives combine to forge a layered shield, blending Western precision with Ukrainian grit. Nothing about his movements is public. Decoy convoys, secret motorcades, fortified government buildings with blast doors and bunkers are his norm. Armed guards in full tactical gear line his path. Even furniture is X-rayed for bugs. He communicates only via encrypted satellite phones and Western-grade secure tablets, every message routed through hardened military networks. His schedule has become legendary for its unpredictability, shifting sleeping quarters, relocating weekly, even operating without a permanent residence. Every day a puzzle for would-be assassins. Food and water undergo rigorous testing. Medical teams, mobile ICUs, and antidote kits follow at every turn. His security is unglamorous, improvised, relentless. There is no gleaming office, no photo op moment. Instead, every public appearance is delayed, every handshake pre-vetted, every broadcast staged from steel-reinforced rooms. This isn't just protection, it's survival theater. Zelensky is perhaps the world's most haunted leader, his life a minute-by-minute gamble, his every move a puzzle masked in secrecy. In a war defined by fire, his only shield is an ever-shifting fortress of trust, tactics, and sheer will. And then there's China, where security doesn't just guard a man, it scripts the moment. Xi Jinping doesn't appear. He arrives like a storm pre-written. Inside Xi's $2 million death car, silent power machine. When Xi Jinping travels, China doesn't just deploy protection, it mobilizes an entire state apparatus. Every trip is cloaked in silence, control, and sheer intimidation. At the core of this formidable bubble is the Central Security Bureau, secretive political stalwarts with military-grade training, strictly vetted to ensure unwavering loyalty. His primary vehicle, the Hongqian 701 limousine, is a marvel of state engineering, stretching nearly 18 feet and estimated to cost more than $2 million. This beast features bulletproof armor, a bomb-resistant chassis, and sealed air systems capable of withstanding chemical or biological attacks. She travels in an armored fleet of 50 vehicles, armored SUVs, comms vans, decoy sedans, and mobile command posts, all transported by military aircraft to every destination. Host nations are stripped of all trust. Every inch of terrain is pre-cleared by Chinese operatives, sanitized and sealed. But vehicles are just the first line. Flying daggers, foldable ballistic shields are carried by his guards, deployed in less than a second to stop high-caliber rounds during drills. Intelligence sweeps advance entire routes, city blocks are cleared, local forces sidelined in favor of Beijing loyal officers, windows are boarded, cellular signals jammed. Facial recognition AI scans every crowd for unknown faces or suspicious gestures. The skies themselves are under lockdown, fighter jets patrol overhead, civilian drone activity is frozen, and even cloud seeding planes have been employed to ensure clear skies for high-profile appearances because optics must be perfect. Every camera angle is preset, every word rehearsed. Xi's journey is choreographed down to the heartbeat, turning succession into spectacle and transforming movement into projection. And finally to Turkey, where silence is the motorcade and power rolls in armored precision. Recep Tayyip Erdogan has built his own Iron Curtain, not just to defend himself, but to define his rule. Inside Erdogan's $33 million Iron Curtain, Turkey's silent power parade. Recep Tayyip Erdogan doesn't travel. He invades with silence. His presence swallows entire districts. Streets are cleared. Signals die. And through the hush, a convoy rolls like a steel-boned ghost, invisible, impenetrable, and immensely expensive. In just the first half of 2024, Turkey spent over $33 million to protect one man, the president. That's not total annual defense. That's just security for 6 months. A jump from $28 million in 2023 and $15.5 million in 2022. And the Turkish public knows this number isn't shrinking, it's ballooning. Because Erdogan's safety isn't security, it's a strategy. His motorcade is a military operation. More than 20 vehicles, armored SUVs, encrypted communications trucks, signal jamming vans, decoy sedans. Hovering overhead, helicopters sweep rooftops. Ground intersections are locked down by armored personnel carriers. Turkish police and military coordinate with sniper teams and electronic warfare units. At the center rides Erdogan's Mercedes-Benz S600 Guard, worth well over $1.5 million. This bomb-resistant, bulletproof tank on wheels is equipped with an oxygen system, fire suppression, and onboard trauma equipment. But Erdogan doesn't trust foreign soil. When he travels abroad, he brings the battlefield with him. His entire armored convoy is flown by military cargo aircraft, vehicles, personnel, and infrastructure included. And then there's the army. Experts estimate Erdogan keeps 5,000 elite guards on standby. Trained in close combat, anti-terror tactics, threat detection, they don't walk behind him. They walk ahead of him, eliminating risk before it's seen. They scan the faces. They vet the handshakes. They survey the heat signatures from every phone, every flash. The obsession isn't vanity, it's survival. After surviving multiple assassination plots and a coup attempt in 2016, Erdogan doubled down. Every movement is now choreographed. Speeches timed to the second. Rooftop snipers embedded. Drone signals jammed. Every inch is accounted for. Every angle is guarded. Inside Turkey's presidential complex, a $600 million fortress in Ankara, there are underground bunkers, nuke-proof meeting rooms, AI monitoring stations, and encrypted command centers. Some sources claim there are even soundproof chambers with electromagnetic shielding to block espionage. In Erdogan's world, power is not loud. It is layered, armored, and airborne. He doesn't just walk protected. He walks pre-cleared, pre-calculated, and post-guarded by millions in taxpayer dollars. This isn't security. It's a spectacle. What do you find most impressive about Vladimir Putin's security? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Like this video, subscribe so you never miss a new story about the world's most fascinating people. Thanks for watching.